Baphathi bohlelo, ngiyafisa ukubingelela ngenkulu inhlonipho. Ngibingelele ngokukhethekile umndeni kaSisi uDeborah. Ngibingelele abantwana bakaSisi uDeborah. Ngibingelele abangani bakhe bonke kade sibabona lapha namhlanje, kanye nabasebenza naye nabasebenze naye bonke. Siyafisa ukubingelela bonke abafundisi nabaholi bakalizwi abakhona, i-industry yonke ikhona iphelele, i-creative industry ngey'gaba zayo ezihlukahlukene. Siyafisa ukubingelela ngenkulu inhlonipho nokukhethekile, including the cultural industry. Siyafisa ukubingelela nabo bonke abaholi. Siyazi sebebiziwe ukuthi abaholi abahlukahlukene abakhona lapha ibaphi. May the Lord allow us to glorify his name through this pain. Baphathi bohlelo, we are here today indeed to celebrate impilo kaSis Deborah. I said to Sis Dudu Maga amelapha eceleni kwami because every time Sis Deborah was around, she would come wherever we were working. Beno Sis Dudu, we will go on and work. Siya emphakathini. I'll remember the last time Sis Dudu, I don't know whether you remember, sasemlazi sihambela abantu endaweni sihambe enkalweni naye uSis Deborah, and she was showing that passion and the love for abantu. And namhlanje we wish to thank wholeheartedly the family of Sis Deborah for allowing us to pay this last tribute and the respect to this well-known daughter of the soil. I can imagine the pain that you are going through as a family. Nabo Sisi baka Deborah nomndeni wonke. But we know that your loss is going to be compensated by the fact that uSis Deborah ukulwile ukulwa okuhle. My late sister Deborah served our country and the whole music industry with dedication and talent until his last moment. As a child of KwaMashu Nami, I wish to salute the entire township ya KwaMashu for nurturing this talent and putting it onto the pedestal of the world and to be seen by everybody. The messages of condolences that we've seen around the world and around the country is an indication of the impact of our sister and our mother throughout her profession and her life as a musician. Judging from the accounts given by fellow musicians, business associates, and ordinary members of the society in all the media platforms, it is clear that the whole country has been shaken by this tragedy. What saddens us most is that her departure is depleting the solid talent, not just produced by this great province, but produced by the entire South Africa. Our dear sister has earned respect of the entire entertainment industry because of her maturity, her cool temperament, an incredible sense of humor and friendship. She was a good and a kind woman, a matured and indeed a very loving mother and a sister. We wish to say here today, with all her accolades, with all her awards, but uSis Deborah was able, every time she was around, she would sit down, uma ngabe kuhlalwe ebhentshini, ahlale naye ebhenjini. She will sit down under the tree, uma ngabe kuhlalwa under the tree. And when we reflect on her achievement, it is important to point out that Sis Deborah and Dr. Deborah Fraser was a great motivator. She was a symbol of hope for both the youth and adults. And above all, she was humble, a woman of God, and a deep believer in Christ. That is how Sis Deborah Fraser has been described by millions of people and by ourselves. During the 2 memorial services, we heard how people described her, and indeed, her compassion for her fans and ordinary members of the public resonate well with her deep faith to God. There are dozens of photos that we've seen circulating around the media, and all those photos show us the loving mother and a sister and a person Sis Deborah was. She was a champion of professionalism in the entertainment industry. And as KZN and a government as a whole, we wish to commit to preserve that legacy and in the future generations. And I'm glad that Sis Joy is here with all her committee. Sis Joy, I want to say here today, we really wish to respect your leadership in the industry and all your committee members and your colleagues. We're working very well with your members, and one of the most important things, whenever we go around on many programs, okuphakamisa izinga lobubha emphakathini, nokulwisana, nokuhlukumezeka kwabantu besifazane neingane, the industry and yourself in the leadership, you are always there. And that shows really the leaders in the industry that you are. I wish to say that we understand that the state of the creative industry in our province and in our country is not at the level that all of us would like to see. I remember at some stage when we had a workshop where we discussed at great length the whole issue of understanding the value chain of the industry. I remember asking some of the members from the creative industry, Ogutsi, when you travel, who do you make bookings with? When you book the cars that you travel with, who do you make those bookings of the cars with? Who do those cars belong to? And we discussed at length that value chain. And we all understood that there's a lot that we still needed to do in ensuring that this industry belong to us and belong to you who work on it. And unfortunately, we have not been able to work on those resolutions of that summit. And I hope that at some stage in the near future, you are going to be able to work on those resolutions. We wish to offer our support, particularly of myself in government as a leader of government business as well, that we will continue to support the industry. The Cultural and Creative Industry Federation of South Africa, the South African Music Industry Council, the KwaZulu-Natal United Music Industry Association. We wish to say to all of you gathered here today, on behalf of our government and also representing our MEC of Sports, Arts and Culture, Umama Umavimbela, will also ensure that we give the full support that is expected of us. Even when we understand that we need to strengthen the structures of communication, as it has been said here today, we wish to say that we committing to that in upholding the legacy of Sisi Deborah. And in addition, we also want to see and find a way of assisting all other artists to manage their affairs and to manage their music that will enable them to survive economically and be independent in that regard. I also wish to refer to areas of music publishing, music, artistic, performance, and mechanical, and all other music areas. We want to say, once again, we express our appreciation to the whole family of Fraser for allowing us to express and to be part of the celebration here today. We thank all the community of Gauteng and the government for supporting Mrs. Deborah during the difficult time, as well as the family. We also wish to thank the entire leadership of the industry and the fraternity for showing compassion to the family. May God give the entire Fraser family the strength to bear the pain. May God reach deep into your grieving hearts and erase the anguish and make your spirit strong and your faith even deeper during this time. I wish to share this word on the 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 7, which reads as follows: I have fought a good fight, and I have finished the race, and I have kept the faith. We also accept that on the verse 8 of this word, it also continues, and it says, there is in store a crown of righteousness with the Lord, and the Lord righteous judge will award him. And we pray that Usis Deborah Lapekona, uNkulunkulu amthwese umqhele wakhe ngomsebenzi wakhe awenzile lapha emhlabeni. Siyabona ngempela ukuthi imisebenzi yakhe emihle iyamlandela. Siyazi ukuthi kwesinye isikhathi akulula ukuthi abanye abantu kwazi ukukhuluma ngabo, kodwa namhlanje simile siqinile siyakwazi ukukhuluma ngoSis Deborah. Siyabonga kakhulu ngokuthi nonke nikwazi ukucelebrate impilo kaSis Deborah. Nathi siyazibongela singabantu bakaMashu ukuthi asibancinane sikhuliswa ilabo sisi abanye benibabona lapha ngaphambili besikhulisa singabantwana abancane namanje sibambelele ezifundweni zabo. Siyafisa ukuthi sizibongele nathi sizibongele sonke somphakathi. May his soul rest in peace.